Parents with adopted kids, why did you choose adoption? After watching my dad hit my mom for years, I finally hit him back and ended up in a psych ward. They classified me as violent, so I spent 7 months in a white room with nothing but my thoughts. When I was finally released, all I wanted was a family of my own, but one built on love, not fear. That's how I met Noah. He was 6, living in a group home after being removed from his 4th foster placement. The social worker warned me he was challenging, code for traumatized, but when I saw him sitting alone, methodically lining up broken crayons by size, something in my heart cracked open. I sat down beside him and asked what he was drawing. Without looking up, he said, "A house with no yelling." I noticed burn marks on his arms, perfectly circular, cigarette burns. I had similar scars, only mine were from my dad's cigars. The first few weeks were rough. Noah tested every boundary, waiting for me to snap. He'd break things, scream that he hated me, try to run away. But I never raised my voice, never threatened, never hit. Instead, I'd sit with him during his meltdowns, speaking softly until his breathing steadied. One night, I found him in the kitchen at 3 a.m., stuffing cereal into his pockets. "I'm not mad," I said, keeping my distance. "But can you tell me why?" His voice was barely a whisper, "In case you change your mind about me, like everyone else." I opened the pantry, showing him the extra shelves I'd installed. "This is your food too. You'll never go hungry here, I promise." Slowly, things improved. He started sleeping through the night, stopped hoarding food, called me Dad for the first time after I spent hours helping him build a blanket fort. Then his birth father got released from prison. He showed up at our door, claiming he'd changed, found God, wanted his son back. Noah hid under his bed when he heard that voice, shaking so hard the frame rattled. The custody battle was brutal. His father had family money, hired expensive lawyers. They painted me as unstable because of my psych ward stay, said a single man couldn't properly raise a traumatized child. But Noah's therapist testified about his progress. His teachers described his transformation from a silent, scared kid to an engaged student who helped younger children. The judge listened. The final hearing was yesterday. Noah squeezed my hand so tight it hurt as his father made one last plea. Then the judge looked at Noah and asked what he wanted. He stood up straight, looked his birth father in the eye, and said, "I already have a dad, the kind who builds forts and doesn't hurt people." Walking out of that courthouse, adoption papers finally signed, Noah turned to me. "Can we get ice cream?" "Of course, buddy." "Dad, those other foster homes, they said I was too broken, that no one would want to keep me." I knelt down, meeting his eyes. "You were never broken. You were waiting for someone who understood." That night, I heard him crying in his room. When I checked on him, he was organizing his crayons again. But this time, he was drawing our house, with both of us inside, smiling. "See?" he said, pointing. "No yelling. Now whenever Noah has a hard day, we build a fort."